Hi everyone. Today I'd like to talk about the Civilization Architecture mission, and I'd like to do a walkthrough of my first draft of the diagram of what I would like to build. Let's get started. So, on the left we have people asking for help from Civilization Architecture. So I want these people to input the problems of the world. And these problems will then be met with solutions for problems, which civilization architecture will use the resources of people and technology to devise solutions, and then deploy those solutions through to the execution of solution. As this execution occurs, we may have people who provide the help. All of this will then solve the person's problem. So this person asks for help, inputs their problem, we execute the solution, they receive the help, and then after they receive the help, they can pay for help at market rate if they can. So we will come up with the price of the value of the service that we have provided and give them a bill. And if they can pay for it, they will pay for it. And if they cannot pay for it, then we will fund that using philanthropic donations or civilization architecture funding. How I imagine that working is we will have a zero interest loan issued to everyone who uses the platform. So let's say this person owes $10. Then we will issue a $10 zero interest loan to be payable anytime. Indefinite loan. So for the rest of their life, they could never pay it back, or they can wait 50 years and then pay it back. We don't account for inflation. We don't hold them accountable in any way. It's totally up to them whether they want to thank us with the gratitude for the service that we provided them with the amount of money that we're requesting. And we will pay our people using other means, either through donations or through the people who do pay. When they fund a solution, there will be some profit margin which then gets divided. Now I want to talk about how this is beneficial to the world and better than the pre-existing options that we have. So one way that we can make the world a better place is through economies of scale. So the idea is if we get the problems of San Francisco, the problems of Los Angeles, of New York, of Europe, of Asia, all onto this platform, we can notice that, hey, every human being has the same kind of issues of water, sanitation, communication, relationships, conflict resolution. There's lots of problems that are repeated, and if we can devise a solution that can then be deployed across the whole world, then we can solve these problems efficiently. And if we have all of the solutions executed under the same umbrella organization, we can start building machine learning and AI automation to replace pieces of that process of helping people. And that way we would dramatically cut costs to deliver the solution to people, as well as increase the scalability of the solution by requiring less workforce to achieve the same positive impact on the world. Now, in order to achieve this, I want to build software for a globally distributed workforce of employees, volunteers, and students. So this software will enable someone to input a problem into the platform, and this problem will then be passed from Pacific time to Eastern time to Greenwich Mean Time to all the different time zones of the world, so that people all over the world can work on it overnight, 24/7. They can pick it up and drop it off to the next person. All the context of the work will be captured within the platform, so that whoever picks it up can be up to date and make contextual decisions on what to do next to improve this person's life who's asking for help. And this will also be a low-cost solution because I plan to ask for volunteers, in which case, let's say that a normal business within the competitive market has to pay $10 an hour for 5 employees to work on the problem, to solve it. So 5 employees, $10 an hour is $50. Let's say it takes 4 hours, so then it's $200. If the employees can be replaced with 2 volunteers, then 2 out of 5, the $200 cost becomes a $120 cost. Furthermore, if the remaining 3 people can be replaced with 5 students or 7 students who are looking to do homework and improve their skills to pass the test. So instead of taking practice problems and working on theoretical exercises that don't help anyone, these students could work on real issues, helping real people, and train their skills and prepare for their exam by helping real people. So you can think of accountants when they go to accounting school. Instead of doing 100 exercises in the textbook, they can help 100 real people with their taxes, and then they would be paid a much lower rate than a full accountant, and then the full accountant would just come in and check the work, and then real people could have their taxes done at a much lower cost. So that's one way we can lower the cost of this system, which then allows us to price compete with other businesses within the capitalistic market. And finally, we have some optimizations through patents and intellectual property, where we can create an investment vehicle, a VC firm, for civilization architecture that invests in research, and then when this research creates intellectual property that generates a lot of money, the profits of that creation, instead of being channeled into the shareholders and investors, which is the traditional path, it can be channeled into civilization architecture, into the financing arm, which then allows it to fund more solutions to then help more people receive help. So this will be a way to channel the profits of our inventions and innovations into the benefit of society as opposed to the benefits to the shareholders. So here I list the distributed global workforce. We have volunteers, university students. So the other part of the workforce that I believe I can use to price compete within the market and provide help to people in need who may not be able to pay for it is through professional internships and apprenticeships. So this platform essentially creates unlimited internship and apprenticeship projects because there's a never-ending influx of problems that people in the world have, and you can work on any of them and demonstrate your skills in collaboration, working with people, project management, etc. All of this will be documented so that you can demonstrate skills that you can then put on your resume to apply for jobs and get employed to pay the bills and support your life. And then this can become either your hobby for volunteering work, or as we scale up and more people pay market rate, we can actually pay you as employees for your contributions. And you would understand how the platform works through your internships and apprenticeships. And the apprenticeship would be that accounting example, where as an accounting student, you can get real-world practical experience doing taxes for real clients, and then also have the mentorship of professional tax accountants that are looking over the work that you've done and approving it, and then giving you feedback so that you can improve. This also helps with career transition training. So let's say that you want to switch from one career track to another. Well, typically you have to pay a lot of money for a school to train you. But given that this platform is a school where you're getting paid for the practice and homework that you're doing, you can really see how the economics help you to transition careers, where you don't have to save up a lot of money to pay for a lot of tuition to learn a class. You can just get started immediately and try to solve problems and get feedback and get paid for the work that you contribute as you're learning how to do the job. So you get paid for learning, get paid for career transition, while building up a resume for you to then get hired in that position later, and at the same time you're making the world a better place by helping people in need. And finally, this globally distributed workforce can build community, because you can imagine you can come up with superhero teams localized to your real-time location, so that you can meet up with 3 to 5 people or 10, 15 people in person and work on these problems together. And if you do this every day or every week or at a consistent basis, you eventually get to know each other through helping people, and you can build a community of people who know you and you know them, so you feel the safety and comfort of and camaraderie, and you can build meaningful relationships, you can build friendships, you can build a community of in-person interactions, which is so rare and difficult to do in this age of internet and social isolation. So this is the first draft of the Civilization Architecture mission. Please let me know if you have any feedback. Please subscribe to hear more, and I look forward to sharing with you the future diagrams and further details of this vision and project. Thank you.